Hello, this is JB. I'm a first year law student. Today I'm going to talk about speakers at law school. So, one of my favorite things about law school, other than my classmates and most of the professors and deans, is when we have guest speakers. And since I've been here one semester, we've had speakers of many kinds because we have a pretty good professional development program. So they invite all kinds of lawyers in and judges and other people that have JDs or work in the law in some way. And so we've had sole practitioners, we've had people who work in small firms, medium-sized firms, and large firms, big law. But my favorite, all of those people in all those different sizes of firms, they share what it's like, what their work is like, what their business is like, and what they're looking for in future employees. And so they give us a lot of information that we can use after we hopefully graduate law school and head out there into the world. But my favorite speakers that come are people who are experts in their field, or people who are well known or who have done things that people have taken notice of. And so since I've been here, we've had lots of different speakers come in that people would know. One of them was the Attorney General of Arkansas, Tim Griffin. He came into the Federalist Society. I'm not really associated with that group, but I went to the lunchtime speech, and he was really good. He was very engaging, very interesting, very funny, and he provided a lot of insight about what the Attorney General's office does. And even after he took the last question, he had a plane waiting for him that the governor had lended him. The plane was waiting on the tarmac, and he said, "Last question." He answered the question, and then I raised my hand, and he let me ask a question too. And he went on for, I don't know what it was, 10, 12 minutes or more, and answered my question fully. He gave a really good answer. And that was great because he actually is from my hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina. I didn't know it at the time, or I would have said something, but he was from my hometown. And so that was interesting. And then we've also had, an FBI agent I believe he's from the local field office in Little Rock. He told us all about his experience and what he's done with his JD in law enforcement for the federal government and all different kinds of cases that they've been involved. Not specifics, but just different events that have taken place and what he learned from them and how he does his job, which was really cool, because it's not every day that you meet an FBI agent. And if you do, and you know they're an FBI agent, there's probably a reason that you don't want to meet them, or could be. Hopefully not for you, and not for me either. But then another one that came that people would know about is I believe it was the chief legal counsel and a vice president for Walmart USA. And everybody knows Walmart, no matter where you go in the United States and many parts of the world. And so this person is very high profile because he's leading a very large and powerful company. And I believe he said that he actually went to our law school, and so that was very interesting to hear from him and to see that a person who was sitting in the seats that we sit in could one day do something on that grand scale. So that was really cool. Well, there was a death penalty scholar, someone who I believe is an attorney, but maybe a law professor, but she came in and she talked all about the death penalty, which in a southern state like Arkansas, there's two different sides, at least, on the death penalty. Some people are strongly for it, strongly against it, but she better explained the death penalty, and I think she focused mostly on the reasons that you shouldn't be for it, but she was very informative, and she answered questions and was very interesting. So I enjoyed that. Let's see. There was a JAG officer. I think there's been several JAG officers, but the ones that I know about are two from the Marine Corps that came in, and they were great because they were engaging, because I think in part because they're trying to recruit, but they were genuinely nice people that were easy to communicate with. And on one of the days that they were there, they held a competition, an opening statements competition that anybody in the law school could participate in, and I participated in it, and I feel like I did really well. I got a lot of positive comments from both of them, both judges, and it was a confidence boost, and it was a fun thing to do that I've never gotten to do before. I've done lots of speaking, and I run my mouth quite a lot, but I never got to do it in a setting like that. So just to show that I can do something like that, it was really good. And I actually wrote the opening statement really quickly right before it happened, like I think 2 hours or an hour before. And then I gave this speech, a little bit more than an hour, must have been 2. But anyway, I gave the speech, and I feel like it was pretty strong. So that was a fun experience. What else? There was an attorney who works for a top tier university in the deep South, and this person spoke to us via Zoom, but they taught us all about the modern landscape to NCAA, which is a big topic right now because players are getting paid. There's NIL, there's all sorts of deals, there's a transfer portal. And so we had the opportunity to learn more about how that works. And it was interesting to learn more about the business side of sports from someone who actually works in it, and not just a newspaper reporter, a magazine reporter, ESPN, or some random guy on the internet. And I was a newspaper reporter, so I'm not putting them down. But yeah, it was interesting to hear from someone inside. So I thought that was fun. We also had 2 United States Senate candidates come, one from the right and one from the left. And that was in the first generation law students. They had a luncheon. And both of those candidates, even though they're on different sides of the aisle, they were smart, engaging. They weren't hostile toward each other. They didn't attack each other or the party of the opposite. And so that was interesting because they both kind of talked across divides, and they both talked about ideas that are really important, especially as they relate to working people. And through my work as a workers' rights advocate, I've known for many, many years that working people are just overlooked oftentimes. And so it was good to hear from these 2 different people from 2 different sides talking about the same issue in similar, but not exactly the same way. And so there was an exchange of ideas, and then people were able to learn from both sides and have a better idea of who they might be interested in supporting. So that was fun. But there, like I said in the beginning, there have been all sorts of lawyers, judges, and other people in the legal profession, and it's been really fun to learn from them. And I look forward in the next semester to learning even more. So that's all about the speakers that I've heard from at law school. Thanks.